Everybody, Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the Thomas & Mack Center, just off the Vegas Strip, for our main event of the evening. 12 rounds of heavyweights between these two great warriors. Briggs is approaching the ring now, and this ring walk can tell you so much. Look at the focus on his face. Holmes is on his way to the ring right now, and you can see how excited he is for this one. Lots of confidence.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Dynamite Briggs. And his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, bad intentions, Holmes.
All right, gentlemen, one thing, protect yourself at all times, okay? Let's touch him up.
When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number one.
Teddy, what do you look for early on when you're analyzing a fight of two power punchers facing off against each other that gives you a clue as to which way this is going?
Who's doing the little things a little bit better? Who's using the jab? Who's controlling range? Hey, who's thinking better?
Nice block by Dynamite. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Targeted counterpunch by Bad Intentions. Comes right back with a shot of his own. Able to counter that attack. No feeling out round here at all. These two are slugging it in round number one.
Reminds me of the fireworks display on the 4th of July, and the rockets just keep coming.
And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay, and he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
Briggs is showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Good, solid double jab by Bad Intentions.
Teddy, most ringside experts feel that this is very much going to be a tactical fight.
Yeah, both these guys throw punches like they're paying for them. And guess what? They're both cheapskates.
A well-placed left hand by Briggs. Holmes has got to deal with the swelling now. We'll see how he reacts. On the mark, the counter punch by Bad Intentions. He got hit, but he sends it right back. Final 10 seconds of round number one. And a good counter by Briggs.
Teddy, why is it in boxing that there are so many distinct styles that are defined by geography or culture or ethnicity, where we have a Mexican-styled fighter, an Eastern European, upright fighter, an American-styled fighter? Why is that?
Because you are influenced by your surroundings, by the temperament of the people in your surroundings. Aggressive people, aggressive style. Very thoughtful people, people that are very cerebral, well, you're going to have a defensive style. You're going to have a very careful style. It's going to fit right in.
That's a good block by Bad Intentions. him with a left hand. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Solid counter punch by Bad Intentions. Accurate counter punch by Briggs. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Good defense, just covering up down low. Holmes' eye to me is getting worse as things continue on here. Teddy, he's got to be very conscious of that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and his corner has to be too. They got to be thinking about if it gets to a point where he can't defend himself, they have to do something. Obviously, they didn't come here thinking they were going to have to do. Stop this fight.
Good way to protect the midsection. Final 10 seconds of round number 2. And a sharp counter punch by Briggs.
Nice and relaxed. You're in control, right?
And round number 3 is underway. There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing is taking his opponent's jab away.
Holmes' jab continues to carry the day. He's wanted it, he's got it. Holy cow! Oh, that uppercut got him badly. Well done that time, landing the counter punch. He was stunned, but now he's surviving. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Great movement to get away from those punches. Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Briggs. Well, maybe one of the most impressive characteristics and traits in all of boxing. We're seeing it on display here. He has an iron chin. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Holmes' cheek is ripped open right there. You can see the cut.
Stay away from the inside.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Well, he took one right there, but then he targeted one right back. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. comes right back with a shot of his own. That was a miss by Briggs. We come to the end of this round. Teddy, a round in which maybe a lot of trainers don't like to see because it was a very busy round for both guys.
Well, it depends what kind of style, what kind of strength your fighter has, or even what kind of weaknesses. If I had a guy who likes to box, who likes to counterpunch, I want a guy coming at him. Not with a lot of TNT in his gloves, but coming forward where my guy is well suited. He can pick him off a little bit.
Protecting his head well with his guard. Targeting that head with the combination punching. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. A little defense turns to offense by bad intentions. On the mark, the counter punch by Briggs. Halfway through this round. Some fine fundamentals, good counter punch.
Nice mousetrap there, he let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese, he used distance.
Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Now he's putting his punches together, the combination upstairs. Takes one to give one, he comes back with a right hand. Accuracy an issue there, didn't land that straight right hand. Double jab upstairs. Able to defend and then go on the offensive.
Use your feet.
10 seconds to go in the fourth. A headshot blocked. Well-placed counter punch by Briggs. And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a non-stop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motors.
Well-placed counter punch by Briggs. You get the sense that they know no other way how to fight. They are going at it, back and forth, toe-to-toe, punch for punch. Good scoring counter punch by bad intentions. And a smart counter punch by bad intentions. Combination to the head. We just have not seen the big shots from this guy. He is not throwing the power punches, Teddy. What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, I would say to him, what do you think, that he's going to make a deal with you? If you don't hit him hard, he won't hit you hard? No, it doesn't work like that, my friend. He's going to get confidence now. He's going to take advantage of this.
What a fight. What a great, non-stop action fight this has been. Good job with 3 flush punches by Bad Intentions. Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. Finds his target again. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Briggs' box is not going to the body at all. He'd be so well served to do it, though, Teddy.
Yeah, but his opponent doesn't want him to. So, you know, he doesn't want to go against what his opponent doesn't want him to do. Because his opponent would love him to keep throwing to the head because, you know, he can see those coming. He can move and avoid them. Body shots, you know, your head moves, but your body doesn't.
Targeted counter punch by Bad Intentions. End of the round is upon us, and if the next round holds up like that, we're going to be in for a real treat.
No, we will be, because both these guys have the philosophy that their best defense is their offense.
Way to block there. Well done that time, landing the counter punch. Briggs is treating the word slip like it truly is a 4-letter word.
Yeah, he is. He needs to. He's slipping all right. He's slipping over the other guy's left hook. He needs to start actually slipping by moving his head side to side.
Good way to protect the midsection. Halfway through round 6. Very nice defensive guard there. Parries that punch intended for the head. 1 minute to go in this round. Neither man has decided to slow down at all. Oh boy, what a round. Way to block there. Oh, very nice. Smart counter punch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
And now he's acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Well-targeted counter. Oh, Briggs' legs look shaky. He was hurt. Good job with another left hand. Holmes is starting to bleed from the nose. A little defense turns to offense by Briggs. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
Protecting his head well with his guard. Oh, what an exchange!
Stay away from the inside.
Double jab by Bad Intentions. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Multiple punches coming in now. Holmes is employing a strategy that works really well for him. He's staying outside, he's utilizing that jab, and he's scoring when he can.
Yeah, he's recognizing the deficiencies of his opponent. He's got a slow, plodding guy in front of him who's a little flat-footed, and he's doing, as you say, exactly what he should be doing.
Accurate counter punch by Bad Intentions. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. The twists and turns. Holy cow. Briggs is down. He is knocked down. From a big shot, now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Well, he took one right there, but then he targeted one right back. Able to cover up that gut. Well-placed counter punch by Briggs. End of the round. A round in which a knockdown was scored. Now, Teddy, if you're the trainer in the corner of the guy scoring the knockdown, what are some of the things you want to remind him of?
You want to remind him how he got there, because a lot of times it's the tendency to just remember the punch that put him there. He dressed him up. He set that punch up. Don't think about just the punch that landed. Think about the setup punches.
Oh, and there you go. Briggs is stunned, and he is hurt.
To throw some punches here.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Solid counter punch by Briggs. Briggs is showing us that he is sticking with the game plan. But keep in mind, that game plan had him down earlier in this fight. What would you be telling him right now, Teddy?
Well, first of all, you got to explain to him very quickly and very clearly why he got caught. You can still do the other things. The other things that we thought going into this fight is still going to work. But make an adjustment. It's not that you didn't do the thing that could work. You didn't do it properly.
punch intended for the head. Holy cow! Briggs has been stunned. Holmes has got the right idea right here. He cannot be swarmed and smothered like it's a wet blanket with his opponent draped on him. He needs to create that space. He has to push off. Nice block by Briggs. Nice block by Briggs. So here we are at the end of the round. And this is the only chance these guys get to not throw at each other.
Yeah, this is a break. You know, a lot of times fighters find their own way of taking breaks during the fight, during the round. These guys really need this minute rest.
Devastating blow by Briggs. It's hard to believe that he can win this fight on the scorecards. That means it's do or die at this point. You got to go for broke.
Yeah, that means that you got to come up with that Hail Mary pass. Now, when you come up with that Hail Mary pass, you don't just chuck the ball. You have to have a receiver down there. You have to make sure that he's running a certain route. Right now, he's got to look for one spot, something to land that shot.
Well-placed counterpunch by Briggs. Briggs is dealing with the aftermath of being rocked, but yet he hasn't changed anything. He's still sticking with that style.
Well, that means panic has not set in. That's a good thing, Joe. He still believes he can get this thing done the way he came here to get it done.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. A stinging counterpunch after some fine defense by Briggs. Very accurate work. Three-punch combination serves him well. To go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. Nice block by Dynamite. He scored well after being hit himself. Blocks away that headshot. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down blue and red corner what he did early. Because sometimes the judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Holmes has got to figure out now, Teddy, a way to properly defend himself with that swollen eye.
Yeah, he has to understand what side that he can't defend from, where the punches can come, and not give his opponent that side. Make sure that he moves to the certain kind of way in the ring where he keeps his opponent away from that bad eye, moves him towards the good eye, gives him the best shot.
Blocked that away. It was targeted for his head. Well-placed counter punch by Briggs. That punch away. A headshot blocked. Neither man slowing down as we have 60 seconds to go in this round. Gets rid of that effort. Briggs is stunned, and he crashes to the canvas once again. He's gotten up before. What about this time?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
He goes down. Oh, he may be close here. Can he survive the round? He has shown, and there's the bell. He is saved by the bell. Oh, boy, Teddy, he's in a world of hurt now. Only 60 seconds in front of him.
And you know what? Less than 60 seconds. It took him 5 seconds to get him on that stool. So right now, they can't concentrate just on telling him things, and he needs to be told why he got hit. But they got to get ice on him, and they got to, right now, they have to revive him.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Good defensive skill. What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. And a good counter by Bad Intentions. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. Gotta hurt. Briggs is in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. knocked down again. Unreal.
Now you gotta wonder what the corner's thinking. Are they gonna stop this?
He can go on much longer here.
No, he's gonna need to grab a little bit, take a little time off that clock.
How about a return to sender with the left hand?
Doubt about it, he's hurt. He could go down, but he's doing the right thing here, just getting the heck away.
Yeah, he's staying away right now, but what he's gonna have to do now is deal with his opponent when he starts coming close. He's gonna have to find a way for offense. Keep him honest a little.
End of this round. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Now they got some work to do here. Their man was just dropped.
Yeah, the first thing is you put some cold water. You can't use that. You clear his head, and you tell him why he was dropped.
Blocks that punch. Oh, and there you go. Briggs is stunned, and he is hurt.
Hey, no holding, no holding.
That's a good block by Dynamo. Briggs is like a piece of Velcro against his opponent recently here. He seems like he's clinching more after that knockdown.
Yeah, that's exactly what he has to do right now.
Oh, Briggs' legs look shaky. He was hurt. Holmes is doing a good job there. He has a great sense of his identity. He knows he's got to fight on the outside, and creating that space is the way to do it. He's in bad shape. Maybe a punch or two more, and he's on the canvas. Teddy, what does he need to think about now?
Well, one of the things that he can't think about, he'd love to run away. He'd love to get away from what's hurting him. His legs are not solid enough.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Briggs has been stunned. Wow, he goes down again.
This is going to be called the elevator fight. Up and down all night.
Holmes is going to be partying tonight. A knockout victory. It doesn't get better than that.
Bad intentions.
Holmes is your winner by knockout victory.
I feel like I just came out of the movie theater, Joe, and I did not expect that ending.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you next time at the fights.